Hey YouTube pipe community, I'm here going to do the giveaway drawing, and I have with me Stacie from Maheurin Bespoke Works. She did the leather work for everything that I put in the giveaway, and yeah, so I asked her to come on and maybe talk about her business and how she got into pipe smoking and stuff. Um, Housekeeping real quick, I'm smoking my Ron's freehand with some Wilkie 524.
I think you sent me some of that. I still need to try it.
I think I did. Yeah, I remember I
Yeah.
gave you some Wilkie stuff. It's really good. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot gave that to you. It's pretty good. I think in English.
Yeah,
it's
that
good.
sounds about right.
But what are you smoking?
I'm also smoking out of my Rand's freehand, and I'm smoking some salty dogs from Dan Tobacco. I love my navies. I can't help it.
Is that one pretty easy to cut, or is it pretty?
No.
No, I didn't think so. It looks like it's pretty solid.
It's one of the most dense plugs I've ever come across.
Well, so yeah, Stacie, if you want to like get into how you got into pipe smoking.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started pipe smoking in like October of 2021. I tried to time it when my wife and I were going on a camping trip because that just felt like if you're to start pipe smoking, it should be outside and it should be like surrounded by nature and just quiet and slow down. Um, so I started smoking then. I've been chasing it for a while. Um, really drawn to like the tradition of it, and just kind of like the general feeling that you get when you think of pipe smoking. Like you just think of classic and classic in a timeless but comfort way. Um, and like for me, I first was introduced to it in high school. My foster father was a pipe smoker, and after every dinner, he would sit down and he'd make his decaf coffee, pour in his condensed milk, and light his pipe. And I can't tell you what kind of pipe it was. I'm sure it was a billiard, but he had like two or three that were like right by the kitchen table, and always the same pipe tobacco. I'm some bulk cherry blend of some sort. Um, I don't know. Yeah, like it was just a really great quiet moment. We all just kind of talked and it slowed down, and it was moments where you felt connected to the people around you in just like this really wholesome way. And I've been kind of chasing that ever since.
Okay. Does is he still with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you talk to him regularly, or
Not as often as I'd like. Once or twice a year or so.
have you been able to smoke a pipe with him, or does he still smoke? Or
I haven't been back to Canada in like 6+ years.
okay.
I think it's actually been closer to 8. So no. My
Does
mom gives me crap about this all the time.
does he know you smoke a pipe, or
I think I told my foster mom the last I talked to her.
oh okay. Let's transition into like your leather working. I'm sure. So you started doing leather work after you had started pipe smoking, or was that before?
No,
Oh,
before.
really? Okay.
Right, like they're right close to each other. So I started leather working in August of 21, got my business license in September. And then I think I bought my first pipe right around the same time that I got my business license, actually. So,
Okay. Um, what got you into leather work?
um, whale. I had been trying to I love to do stuff with my hands. My family, like my grandma, everyone, they're makers. Um, but the usual what they were doing, like the knitting and the crocheting and the cross stitch is not for me. I've tried it. It felt wrong. So I was trying to find what my path was, my maker path. And I started with, I really like going down to my roots using natural products. Um, so I was woodworking, I was restoring old axes and sharpening some. And one of my friends wanted his throwing axes sharpened. And I was on the grinder and the axe kicked back at me and broke my finger. So I couldn't do woodwork for a while. And I had been watching one of my good friends really dig into leatherwork and just seeing his progression and um, was really inspiring. And I kind of got bit by that bug and it would not go away. So when I broke my finger, I just took that as an opportunity to buy a kit and get started.
What
I'm sorry
was
for my dog.
that's okay. What was the first leather piece you made?
A piece of garbage, but I made a minimalist wallet, and like I knew nothing about what weight of leather I should use, how what like this I knew nothing, and um it was like basically like I just shoved a full cigar inside of like a corncob pipe. Like that's kind of how great it went. Yeah, I smoked something, but it wasn't enjoyable. So I still keep it just to remind me how far I've come,
Hmm.
especially when like, there's a lot of trial and error and um so I'll pull that out when I'm like, oh man, I screwed up this piece like for the third time. How many trays do I need? So, yeah.
So, I mean, I should go get those things. Yeah, you make tobacco trays, um,
Mhm.
pipe rests, a lot of things that for pipe smoking accessories. Um, Anything that like any other projects that you have coming up that you can
Yeah,
maybe tell about?
so I did make those clocks that I think you saw me debut them at Muletown. I need to get them up on the website. I'm terrible at website management. Um, so I make those. I just released a pipe holster. So there's that. Um, been asked by a few people now to make them pipe socks. They've either lost theirs or just pipe makers looking for someone in the community to make stuff for the community. I also have been getting back into making my beer koozies. Um, and I'm looking at making like pen cases and like, or you can use it for a pipe case or whatever but um, now that I've gotten my skill down to where I feel comfortable and confident, I want to start hitting the other side of my business that is to add personality to it. Like from what I've experienced with the pipe community, there's so many varied interests, and a lot of us have geeky passions. And I mean, like you ask a piper, like a room full of pipers, like how many of you got into piping because of Lord of the Rings, and like three-quarters of the people are going to raise their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I want to start incorporating like engraving or tooling to the products that I currently already have and having them be able to express personality for people. Because like what I've noticed for those kind of products, like if I want like a Dungeons and Dragons thing, um, it's going to be so tchotchke and the quality is not going to be the greatest. So I want to try to bridge that gap, and like you can have wonderful timeless pieces that help you express who you are, that are nice, that you're proud to carry around.
Yeah. I've seen the pipe rolls you've made. Um, that are very impressive. I can't wait to commission one of those soon. I mean, I've did the video. I'm gonna just cut this part out. And I've showed this before, but this is the leather pipe rack that you made, and it's a wall hanging. And I loved how you and your wife also she helped with the design process, which was really neat. And yeah, so how does she help you do that kind of stuff often?
Oh yeah, yeah. If I come to her and say like, hey, like in the Get Pipe Discord a few days ago, someone was like, we need a Jeep or Jeep or however you pronounce that lighter brand.
Yeah.
Like I really want a case for those. Someone should have a leather case for those. Hint hint. So I went to her. I happen to have one of those lighters. I'm like, hey, like bespoke wifed. I don't know what to do. Like, hey, can you make this as a pattern for me? Here's kind of what I'm thinking that I'd like it to look like. Because she's really good with spatial and um, just really like she can dissect stuff and really figure like she'll take a look at a piece of clothing and go, yeah, this is how I can make that. So I'm using that power of hers to help me with the leatherworking and all of my custom designs. Like we'll go back and forth, and she'll show me like what she's put together, and we'll discuss how that will work or how it won't work. So we had a lot of those conversations about your pipe rack, and it was a lot of fun. And it's really cool to be able to have her along for the ride with the business and that.
um, so that was your first pipe rack. Is that something that you look forward to making again, or
Yeah.
is there anything?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Okay, is there anything that someone has commissioned that you're like, never again am I going to make this, or is there something that you've made that you just really don't want to make again, like you hated doing it?
I'm gonna say this, and I just offered to do this for my brother-in-law, but I hate making bifold wallets.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's getting one for his birthday, so I just ordered the leather for it. Yeah, I don't know. Wallets, like they're intricate, and it's interesting because like I don't like doing them, but I love doing pipe rolls, which are essentially like a wallet for pipes. I don't know what it is. I just don't like doing wallets.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So as part of the giveaway question that I asked the YTPC in the community was a moment of like your favorite moment of fellowship in the pipe community. As the question that I asked everybody. I got a lot of great answers. I mean, I think a lot of people mention pipe shows, or just hanging out and watching people on YouTube when they don't have like a lounge to go to or anyone to hang out with to smoke pipes with. They just jump on YouTube and hang out with everyone that makes videos. Is there a moment or two that you have that you can think of?
Yeah. I mean, the one that stands out prominently, I mean, we're smoking a pipe virtually, but the first time that we all got to sit down at Briarworks and have a pipe together and just talk and, we got to geek out about things. We got to, not quite get vulnerable, but that door kind of got opened a little bit. Like I loved that.
Yeah.
And then our weekly Discord chats, like on Friday nights, like especially like I'm always happy for new people to come in. Like I would love for them to come in. Um, but we do have our core group of people, and I've noticed that when it's just that core group, um, just the conversation and the fellowship that happens with it is just it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's probably one of my favorite things is getting on like in person is I mean I love in person. I love meeting you and Nate King at Muletown and meeting everybody at Chicago and the guys from Pipes, Fours and Pals, and that's always a lot of fun, like meeting in person and hanging out. But I really love how technology lets us hang out like this and smoke a pipe and just shoot the shit online. And
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's awesome.
I remember like there was one weekend we did a Friday because it's always usually Friday nights, but sometimes we'll do Saturday nights too. I remember that one
Yeah,
weekend it was Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Like all three nights
yeah.
that one weekend we all of us like got on around the same time and like for 3 nights in a row and just hung out. And we
Hmm.
we hang out pretty late, 2, 3 in the morning sometimes. And
Yep.
yeah, it's always a lot of fun.
I have a bad habit of doing that with Nate midweek. We'll get on, we'll just start chatting. I'm like, oh my God, it's 2 in the morning. I have to work tomorrow.
All right, so okay, so we'll switch over. We're gonna do the go and do the draw now. Just a quick recap. Giving away a Maheurin Bespoke Works pipe rest, which it's really hard not to keep these things for myself. I need to get a pipe. I'm hopefully maybe yeah. Oh yeah. So let's talk about this real quick. You'll be at
Mhm.
a couple pipe shows coming up.
Yeah, yeah,
You'll be at Columbus
yeah. And I
and
also have a table at Vegas.
okay, cool. Yeah, so go check out Maheurin Bespoke Works. Uh, yeah, she'll have a table with all kinds of leather goods, and if you
Oh,
don't win, you can maybe pick up a pipe rest, which I'm hoping to do so at
awesome.
Columbus. And what's cool about these is it has a cigar, like a notch, so you can put rest your cigar there as well. And I like how it has snaps, so that way you can kind of close it down and put it in your pipe bag or wherever.
You can also hit me up on Instagram or check out my website too if you don't want to wait until the pipe shows or
Oh,
can't make it to the pipe shows.
yeah. Um, yeah, so if you can find you have a link tree on your Instagram, right? So it's I'll put links in the description of the video, so you can find all that stuff. And then here is leather tobacco tray has snaps on the corners, and then this is the first ever Indiana Pipe Club weekender jar. So I don't know if we should want to get into this at all. I mean, it looks like another jar that you can get somewhere else, but I don't know, get into that at all. But
Yeah, I mean, I found the design on Thingiverse, and it was right before they, announced their newer, bigger jar. I, but it goes back to like I'm not gonna put my brand on it. I mean, I've given you one that has my brand on it,
yeah,
but my like I showed at Muletown, like my goal for that is like I have a cool Star Wars design. I've got like hiking ones. Like I want them to be more expressive than just like, and there's nothing wrong with this, but like, hey, look, here's my merch. Like,
yeah,
that's cool. But I'd rather you guys like look at my stuff and remember that I'm like, I helped you guys express yourself versus just
yeah,
here, buy something with my logo on it.
yeah. I like that. Yeah, so this is the first Indiana Pipe Club weekender jar. Um, Hopefully, I'll get this kind of. I've been kind of in a stalemate with the whole Indiana Pipe Club thing, just trying to figure some stuff out. But hopefully when we start meeting regularly, we can do a bulk order of these or something.
That would be rad.
Yeah. So, and I think, you know, if you win and you're in the U.S., I'll probably send some tobacco as well. It's tricky with people overseas and other countries. So yeah, we'll go over to the spinny wheel. And you can look over on the right-hand side, and I'll just kind of scroll through there with everyone's names. If you don't see your name and you entered, let me know, and I'll make it up to you. But I'm pretty sure these are all the comments and video responses that I got. All right, so we're gonna click to spin. And the winner is GT Fam, Greg Tunnel.
Congrats, Greg.
So, yeah, Greg, hit me up. I'll put my email in the description, or I think it's on my YouTube somewhere. Yeah, just hit me up with your address, and I'll get this stuff out to you. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Fair.
So I was gonna say something else, but I can't remember. I think we covered your website and shows and everything.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add that we didn't cover?
I don't know. I feel like we covered a lot. We were talking about this morning. Like, we've got such a really great community here, and it's awesome. And one of the things that I really love about you and the Get Pipe community is just how we foster this community of, like, it doesn't matter, like, you know, you can come from all sorts of different walks of life and beliefs and whatever, but like we just kind of come around the pipe and our love of that and the pipe tobacco, and just we learn from each other and we have conversations that I feel like like if you try to have it in another sphere, it would end up with shouting or like just anger.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that the pipe seems to like foster people to use their intellect and connect. And I don't know, I love being part of it, and it's an awesome journey, and I'm super thankful that it's introduced me to great people like you, and I look forward to seeing where this journey continues to take me.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, thanks for... Well, there's my dog. I don't know if you heard her. Yeah, thanks for joining me. I kind of want to do a Fast 5 questions like Brian does on his podcast, but...
I mean, if you have them, I'll try to answer them.
No, I don't think... I mean... I don't know. What's your favorite tobacco?
I mean, it depends on the day. Right now, it's Salty Dogs because that's what's in my pipe.
Yeah, there you go. Any other hobbies you have besides leatherworking and pipe smoking?
I wire weave. It's like the whole Viking style that. I'm also super into video games. It's a really, like, if I can't get my stress out at the bench with my leather work, you know, playing a video game is awesome. I'm hoping to steal the Switch back from my wife after this. Her jaw just dropped. She's like, no, you're not. I mean, those things take up a lot of my time.
Yeah.
So,
I know, I really... I was gonna say, I really miss video gaming because I haven't gotten to play anything in a while, just because I've been busy with work, and the weekends we're doing stuff, and it's like I just want to sit down and just get lost in something. But
Yeah, yeah. Um, okay. Fair. I mean, I go through like periods where I can't play many.
Yeah.
I also, speaking of not having time to do, I've been trying to teach myself how to play the violin
Oh,
because
cool.
along with making, like music is really big in my family, and um, I actually started when I had COVID. So I'm like just sweating and like trying to play and learn, and it sounded terrible. And
That
it's like slipping because like I'm just overheating and I've got a fever, but I taught myself and then I got better and had all the catching up to do. So I haven't been able to touch it in a while, but I want to get back into that.
that's a hard instrument to learn. I
Oh
think
yeah.
I think it's always been interesting to me, like how cool it would be to play and to learn it. But yeah, I can play three instruments mediocrely, so I'm okay, I guess.
I mean, you used to be in a band. I'm sure you're better than mediocre.
Yeah. Yeah. Um.
There.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with me and doing
Yeah,
this, and for doing the leather stuff. And
my
yeah,
pleasure.
like I said, I'll put links in the bucket to all your stuff. And
Awesome.
then if the people want to commission something from you, they just hit you up, email or something like that.
Yeah, if you can send me an email or a message on Instagram and we can kind of discuss your vision and then we'll get back to you with the price and there's no obligation. I know with how the economy's been, you know. Um, but yeah, hit me up and if you've got an idea, I'm happy to try to make it happen.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.